HeyParis here, and I got a lot to say, to be honest with you. So I made a mistake. I did a YouTube live video, and I was supposed to delete the live video after I came off live and upload it to my members only account so that my members could watch it in case they missed it. But unfortunately, due to the fact that I was sipping on a little sippy sip, I was tipsy, whatever, I didn't realize that the live video uploaded to the public and everyone could watch it. By the time I realized, it had like 65,000 views, and I was like, oh, okay then. But regardless, I'm going to be retelling the story really quickly since a lot of you guys already heard it. And to be honest, I watched it back and I basically told the whole story. Like, I don't know what I was talking about. I'm gonna skip pieces or whatever, because I basically told the entire story. The only bits and pieces I skipped was what she said exactly. So I guess I'll just add that in, but we're gonna make the story itself really short to just get to the point, because I'm sure a lot of you guys already heard it on my live. And I'm gonna tell you what happened after, because okay, so if you watch my live, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, but like I said, I'm gonna make it fast. So basically, I went to this new place in my area that had like Jamaican food, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, new place, new food, you know, whatever, turn up, turn up. So I get ready, I go, Cameron drops me off, I get out the car, I go inside the store. There's a lady in front of me, and she has her mask on. Like, there's nothing wrong at this point. She has her mask on, she's following the rules, so is everyone else in the facility. Like, there are no problems. Then she goes up to make her order, and the lady behind the desk, who reminds me of my grandmother, she was an elderly lady with a thick Jamaican accent. Like, she was just my grandma, but it was my grandma, you know what I mean? So that's what made it a little bit more personal, to be completely honest with you. But regardless, the lady was there, and the lady put down her mask to make her order, which makes no sense because we could hear you through the mask, sweetheart. You ain't gotta do all that. You don't have to be doing all that. Like, it's not necessary. She pulled on her mask to be like, can I get an oxtail with curry goat and some peas and rice, some brown peas and rice, not rice on peas, you know, peas and rice. So the lady, the cash register lady who was taking her order, was like, ma'am, can you please put your mask up? I'll be able to hear you. Like, it's okay, I don't want you to pull your mask down, you know, safety precautions, you know, corona, it is a pandemic, like, put your mask on. And for some reason that like triggered the absolute shit out of Karen. Like, the absolute crap was triggered out of this Miss Ma'ams. Sure was. So she starts going off. She's like, ma'am, you don't tell me what to do. What gives you the right to tell me to put my mask on? Do you know that this pandemic is a lie? Do you know that only 100 people actually died? It wasn't the millions and thousands of millions that the government are telling us. It's only 100 people. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, even if it was two people died, those are two people's lives. Like, you're acting like this is not something that's serious. Like, I hate when people try to take a number and make it seem so insignificant, when even if it was 100 people, those are 100 families that have lost a loved one whose lives are now changed forever. Like, it doesn't matter what the number is. People are dying. It's a big deal. Everyone has their own story, their own family, their own lover, their own kids, children, grandchildren. Like, come on, guys. We cannot take a number and be like, it's only 100. Bitch, that's 100 families. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all don't appreciate life enough to realize that even if it was two people, those are two people who have lost their lives. Like, it's serious. Anyways, beyond the point. She's like, you know, only 100 people died. And like, she starts this conspiracy theorist situation going on. And at first, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I really wasn't gonna say nothing. But then she started raising her voice and getting really loud and really rude with this old lady. And when I say she's old, like, she's elderly. Like, there's no reason for you to be yelling like this. Like, for what? And she was just getting really, really mad and really, really upset. And the old lady was just listening to her. Like, the old lady wasn't arguing back. She wasn't nothing. She was just standing there like this, like, just waiting for her to put the mask on. At this point, the line that was formed behind her has already discombobulated because everyone's kind of just looking. I can see people like doing this, you know, recording on the low, like I could see it. I can see from where I'm standing that when she's talking, like, spit is coming out of her mouth. It's not intentionally, but I do see the salivas coming out of your esophagus, ma'am. You need to calm down, okay? And this whole time I'm just thinking about my grandma. Like, imagine if this was my grandmother and this lady was talking to my grandmother like this, and everybody up in this bitch just doesn't care. Like, nobody cares. Like, no one's gonna say anything. No one's gonna try and calm this woman down. No one is going to stand up for this old lady because she's the only one. Like, it's a small place. It's not like a big old restaurant. It's a small, nice little like cozy place. She's in the front by herself, and then there's cooks in the back. Her co-workers don't even know what's going on at this point because the pots and pans are licking up on each other. You know what I mean? So I'm standing there and I'm debating because I'm a very shy person. I'm a very non-confrontational at times. Sometimes I can be very confrontational. Depends on the situation. But on a regular basis, on a normal day, say I'm not confrontational at all. I'd rather walk away than to cause a scene. But like I said, I just kept thinking about my grandmother. Like, this is someone's grandma. This is someone's mother. This is someone's auntie. This is, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm thinking. Like, this is somebody's loved one. And if it was my loved one, I want someone to stand up and say something. So I was like, bitch, I don't care if you're a Cancer. You gonna say something and you gonna say it with your chest. You feel me? So I went over to the lady who was yelling. And mind you, let's said this in the live, but I'm gonna say it again. Let's keep in mind what this woman was wearing. She was wearing a white sweater that said powerful fucking woman on it. Blue and pink text. I won't forget that shirt. If I ever see that shirt anywhere else ever again, I'm gonna always remember her. If you went to the Forever 21 defont.com sweater shirts, do your damn thing, okay? For me personally, I was looking at her like, you really walked out the house wearing that's crazy. It's crazy. We all got different fashion choices, different fashion senses. Do your damn thing. But that's not the problem. Here's where the problem comes in. I go up to her and I simply say, lady, you need to put on your mask or leave. Like, she's not gonna serve you unless you put your mask on. And if you don't want to put your mask on, it's time for you to go. It's just that simple. Leave or put your mask on. You can still get your food. You can still get your grub on if you want to eat your food, but you just gotta put your mask on for 2.5 seconds to order your food. Like, it's not that. I don't even know. It's not that serious. She turns to me and she's like, what did you just say? And mind you, I know that people are recording. Like, I seen a man like this. He's like trying to play it off like he's not doing it. He's like, you know, he's saying like, like, you know what I mean? He's doing all that, but I'm like, bitch, I know you recording. And there's another man going like this, pretending like he's on the phone. And I'm like, my nigga, you haven't said a word. You haven't said a word since you put the phone to your ear. You just like this, making sure the camera's faced right at the lady, not saying a word to the person on the other line. You recording, you might as well do this. You might as well just do this and call it a day, sir. We know what you're doing. We do. Anyways, so she turns to me and she's like, what did you say? And I'm like, I said, put your mask on or leave the facility. It's just that simple. Pick one. You want your food? Put your mask on. You want to argue? Leave. Because you're not getting served unless you put your mask on. She's like, no. And she takes out her phone and she starts recording. And in my head, I'm like, you're recording me because you don't want to put on a mask? Karen, darling, Karen. What are you talking about, darling? Is this what you're really doing, darling? You look like a dickhead, yeah? So she takes out her phone and she's like, repeat what you just said. And I'm like, hi, camera. How you guys doing? I look cute, right? Anyways, I told her to put her mask on or she can leave the facility. And she's like, no. That's not what you said. Say exactly what you said. Say exactly what you just said to me. And I'm looking at her crazy like, is she really about to lie and say that I said something that I didn't and act as if she didn't get it on camera to try and make me look like some type of person? That's when low-key I was getting nervous because I was like, she's really about to flip the script and lie and pretend like I called her like a fat bitch or something or like something derogatory. You know what I mean? But I literally just said, lady, put on your mask or leave the facility. That's all I said. So I looked at her and I'm like, I said, leave the facility or put your mask on. I didn't say anything other than that. She's like, oh, so you're gonna act like you didn't say what you said? And I'm like, tell me, what did I say? What did I say, ma'am? Because everyone in this facility heard what I said and they can attest to what I said. I'm not fabricating anything and you're not about to add anything on to try and make me look like someone I'm not. So tell me what I said. And she's like, so you didn't call me a lady? And I'm like, what? I was literally standing there like, I'm so confused right now. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, how dare you assume my gender? What type of person are you? You don't know my gender. You don't know what I identify as. You don't, and I'm just like, what in the world? First of all, let's make it clear right here, right now. I respect everyone's identity with their gender. I respect everyone's sexuality. Y'all already know that. I respect people, period. Okay, I respect people, period. But when you're walking around with a shirt on that says powerful fucking woman, I'm going to assume you're a woman. Therefore, I'm gonna call you lady. Before anyone thinks or says this, she was not transgender. She was not, like, she didn't identify as non-binary. She was trying to take the narrative of you don't know my gender or I'm non-binary. You know what I mean? Take other people's situations and other people's identities and how they identify themselves and take their circumstances, their experiences, and use it to her advantage to try and make me look like I did did something wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? She doesn't identify as anything other than a woman, and I'll explain to you why I know that. So before anyone wants to defend her or say maybe she was transgender or say maybe she was non-binary or any of that, listen to what I have to say now. After about, let's say, 2 minutes of her yelling at me, going off, how dare you assume my gender? You don't know what I have in between my legs. You don't know this. You don't know that. How dare you? It's 2021. You need to respect people's genders. Going off. And I'm just standing there like I'm looking at her camera like, ma'am, can you turn that camera around and show your audience your shirt? Can we do that? Can you show them your shirt that says powerful fucking women on it? Can we do that? But that's not how I know. So after she's yelling, screaming, and acting a fool up in that bitch, and everyone's basically recording, including her. I don't know why I didn't just take out my phone and record this shit too. Like, I wasn't thinking content. I wasn't thinking YouTube. I wasn't thinking Storytime at all. It was just something that was happening in the moment, and I was reacting the way I would normally react. Was not thinking about YouTube or me being a YouTuber, Instagram, social media at all. I was just dealing with what was happening. So after she's yelling at me and going off like that, man comes through the door and he says her name. I don't remember her name, but I remember the guy's name. So weird. Anyways, he walks in and he says, let's just call her Karen. He's like, Karen, why are you taking so long? What's going on? Karen looks at him and is like, can you believe she just assumed my gender, Tony? She just assumed my gender, Tony. Can you believe that she called me a lady? Who does that? It's 2021. And Tony's like, but babe, you're a woman. Why would you be upset about that? What are you talking about? Why is that something to be upset about? And I'm like, okay, so that's what we're doing now? Because your husband just exposed you. He just exposed that ass. Your ass just got exposed. And she turns to him and she's like, Tony, get back in the car. You're always ruining these things for me. What's wrong with you? Get back in the car. Oh my gosh. And she just stops the video or something because she went like this from recording me and Tony. I don't know why she would record her own husband while he's exposing her, but she put her phone down and I guess she stopped it and then she started recording again as if she's making a second video. So Tony literally walked out of the store like a sad puppy, like head down, eyes glossy. Like the people in my life were saying hashtag free Tony because that nigga didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, all he did was come in the store and let us know the truth. This lady was literally taking other people's experiences and what other people identify as, or the what's the word I should be saying right now? I'm not really good with my words, as you guys might know. Like, there are people out there in the world who literally go through being misgendered and feeling upset, sad, depressed, whatever the case may be, because someone may have misgendered them. And then there's this woman who's pretending to be misgendered because she wants me to look like a bad person. She wants it to seem as though I'm being inconsiderate of her gender when A, you're wearing a shirt that says your gender, and B, your husband just walked in and said you have nothing to be upset about because you are a woman. Karen, are we dead ass? Like, how is she really out here alive and appropriating genders? You're appropriating people's identity for what? Y'all can't just be yourselves? You can't just live in your own truth? That's what I want to know. That's so weird to me. That's so weird to me. And I promise you, she's the same type of person who does not support the LGBT community. Like, I could just see it in her eyes. I could see it in her eyes, like dead eyes. It's almost like she misgendered someone on purpose and their reaction caught her off guard and she's like, ooh, I could use this the next time that I get in a verbal altercation with someone. Like, she's weird. And this is a grown-ass woman, you know. This is not someone my age. She's like legit probably 60 years old. Like, she's a grown-ass woman. She could have grandchildren, but like, I don't know what you're like, but you could have grandchildren at this point. And it's like, this is what you're doing with your life, with your day? Poor Tony. Tony is a slave to her, okay? Like, that's crazy. Tony needs to find him a whole new bitch. He need to level up, all right? And that's not even the end of the story. Let me continue because I'm talking too damn much. She records me a little more and then she stops. And then she comes to me. We're like 6 feet like we're supposed to be, but she comes closer to me and I step back and I'm telling her like 6 feet, don't come close to me because I will knock your ass out. Like, I don't give a f if I threatened you. Get the fuck out of my space. That's how I feel. So I told her, I'm like, I will knock your ass out. Don't come any closer. And she's like, you don't know who I am. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I have 7,000 followers on Instagram. Okay. What do you want me to do with that information? What would you like me to do with that information? Let me know. And she's like, and do you know how many YouTube subscribers I have? She tells me some random number. I'm not the type of person to bring up social media. I don't even like calling myself a YouTuber. I don't even tell people I'm a YouTuber. If anyone asks me, I say I work for Google. Like, that's what I say. I technically work for Google, but like, I'm not gonna say I'm a YouTuber. I used to say content creator. I don't like to say that either because there's too many questions and I'm just a shy person and I'm very reserved and very like, you know, I wasn't about to be like 7,000. Okay, I have 100,000. Like, no, I'm not that type of person. So I just let her talk and go off on the mouth about how many subscribers she has and how many followers she has and how much of an influencer she is. She's like, in my Facebook group, I'm an influencer and you're done for. Once I post this on my Facebook group, you're done for. It's over for you. And I'm like, okay, have fun with that because I'm about to post the story time before you could do anything, bitch. And you gonna be in a surprise. And I didn't even have to say that to your face. I didn't have to tell you how many subscribers I had to your face. I didn't have to tell you how many followers I had to my face. And the number one thing that everybody underestimates me for is the power of my subscribers. I don't know about any of these other YouTubers, but I've never seen a group of subscribers ride the way you motherfuckers do. I've never seen a group of subscribers on anyone's YouTube channel ride the way my subscribers ride the fuck out. Never. I've never in my life witnessed it. Like, you know how people say gang gang? Like, you guys are the definition of gang gang. I ain't never worried. You guys forever have my back. There's never been a time where I needed y'all and y'all weren't there in the speed of light showing me that you ride for me. And I fucks with it. If there's anything I could brag about, it's my subscribers. Straight like that. Anyways, eventually after she told me how many subscribers and followers she had and how much of a big, super, mega influencer she was, she left. Finally, I got my food, and as I'm walking to the car, Cameron asked me as well, why did I take so long? But as I'm walking to the car, I can see Karen and Tony arguing, and she's kind of like in his face, like Tony, why did you tell them I'm a woman? Why did you? I could have tricked them and acted like I didn't identify as a woman. Why did you have to come in and tell the truth? Who told you to tell the truth, Tony? Like, that's how she was acting in the car. Obviously, I couldn't hear her, but that's what I assumed she was saying. I get in the car, Cameron's like, yo, this lady's going off on her husband. I'm like, let me tell you the story, babe. I tell Cameron the story. We go home, we eat the food. The food's delicious. Anyways, fast forward to what happened after the live, and the fact that I accidentally left the live up, which means it was open to the public and everybody could watch it at any time, which is so stupid of me. I regret it up to this day. Anyways, I got a message from one of my subscribers. She told me to shout her out. Her name is Haley and she's from California. She basically told me that she saw the video. She saw the video of me in the store looking crazy as hell because my hair was not done. My lace wig was lifting. And to be honest with you, that was the number one thing I was concerned about, was the fact that I look crazy on camera. So anyone who didn't know me would probably think I was on some type of methamphetamines. Methamphetamines, I can't say that. Methamphetamines, y'all know what I'm trying to say, drugs, and somehow take her side because I look crazy. To be honest with you, that's all I was thinking. I was like, I know I look crazy. I know my wig is lifted. I know I ain't got no makeup on. Like, I look a mess. And this woman is recording me like I'm done for. Like, people are gonna believe her because I look crazy. But because I look crazy, I was trying my best to articulate myself and sound like an intelligent, well, I am an intelligent bad bitch, but I just wanted to sound more intelligent than I would if I was really upset and angry with someone and wanted to like let out my frustrations without thinking intellectually. So I was speaking very clearly, very trying to use big words and shit, you know, trying to just make it even out. Leave, like, I look crazy, but I'm not. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm talking normally. So Haley messaged me and Haley told me that she saw the video. So when Haley sent me the message, I did not believe Haley. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. So Haley, if you're watching, I apologize because I really was not about to accept your message. I was like, really? You're really gonna lie to me? You ain't got no proof, you ain't got no video, you ain't got nothing. Like, I'm not about to answer this girl. But then I'm like, what if she really does have the video? So I answered her and I said, hey, where's the link? And she said, it's deleted. So right there, I was like, hey, this girl's lying. I don't know why she's lying for. What is the purpose? But then she went into details as to why it's deleted and where it was, what Facebook page it was on. She said that, and I have to tell you guys everything. So just listen, trust me, okay? So she said it was on a Facebook group. I'm not gonna say the name of the Facebook group. You have to be a loser to read this Facebook group's name. And I'm sorry, Haley. Haley, I don't know if you're a member of the group or not. If you are, I ain't talking about you, Haley. I'm talking about the rest of them. Okay? But The name of this Facebook group was so cringy and so whack that you had to be like the biggest loser of all time to see this Facebook name, click it, and say, I need to join. Like, I wish I could say it. But regardless, just think of the wackest Facebook name you could ever think of in your life. I don't even use Facebook. I didn't even know people still had Facebook pages or none of that shit. But apparently it's still happening. It's still going on. Anyways, she said that it was posted on there and people were commenting, basically bashing her, saying that she should have just put her mask on and that she was lying about her gender identity. Because on multiple posts on her social media, this is what Haley's telling me, because multiple posts on her social media, on her Instagram and all of that, she is constantly calling herself like a powerful fucking woman. Like, that's her slogan. That's her motto. That's on the bio of her Instagram. It's in the bio of her Instagram page. Like, that is who she is. And all of her social media content is just about being a powerful woman, embracing your femininity. You know what I mean? Like, she is the spokesperson for being a woman. I don't know how else to say it. And like I said, her husband came through and was like, you are a woman. What are you talking about? So apparently her followers or her fellow group members or whoever, they were bashing her like, why would you lie about that? Like, people actually go through stuff like this. How could you use that to your advantage? This is what Haley's telling me. She deleted the video within like 15 minutes of it being up. So I told Haley, I'm like, why didn't you just screen record the video so you could send it to me? And then she said she had no storage on her phone and that's the reason why. And she thought she could text me and send me the link before it was deleted. But by the time that I read the message, the video was already deleted. Like, it was a mess. Anyways, from that message from Haley, I got her social media. I got homegirl social media. So I have her Instagram. I have her YouTube channel. I have her, I don't know why, but I have her Pinterest. I don't even know how you follow people on Pinterest or none of that shit. Anyways, I have all of her social media. So what I did, because I'm not necessarily a petty person, like as much as you guys might think I'm petty, I'm really not a petty person. Like, I'm just not. That's just not who I am. But in this instance, I had to show her like, humble yourself. Sometimes you just need to humble yourself. You do not know what life will bring. You do not know who you're speaking to. Treat everybody with kindness. It is not hard to be kind. Treat everyone the same. Be a good person and life will take you where you want to go. So I had to humble her really quick. I had to humble her. So I DM'd her and I was like, hey, remember me? And maybe like an hour or two later, it said seen, which means she saw it. And that was fine. That's all I needed. You don't have to reply. You don't have to say anything as long as you see my message. And then before I put the video for members only, because I realized that it was public, I was like, okay, well, at this point I might as well send her the link. So I copied the link to my live. I sent it to her and it said seen again. And once it said seen, I gave it maybe 2 hours and then I put the video on members only and she never replied, but she did block me. And then I went on her Facebook and I said, hey, I thought that like it was over for me. I was petty that day, I can't lie, because I haven't logged into my Facebook in years and I logged into my Facebook to say this to her, like I'm doing the most. Anyways, I messaged her and I was like, hey, I thought it was over for me. I thought your 7,000 followers were gonna get my ass. I thought that it was done for. I thought that this was the end. What happened? Why did you block me on Instagram? Where's the video? Post the video. Can we post the video? And at this point, I'm trying to provoke her to post the video so that I can put it in this video. Because I would low-key, I don't care if my wig was lifting or any of that. I would have loved to put the video in this video. I'm telling her like, post it. Like, isn't that why you were recording? Let's do this. End me. End me, please, Karen. End me. She has a really weird name. Like her name is not rememberable. Is that a word? I don't know. But she has a really, really weird name. Like it's let me not spell it out. But anyways, I don't know why I tell you guys that, but it's not a regular name. Anyways, did I say that E on purpose so y'all could low-key find her? Maybe. Then yeah, she blocked me on Facebook too. And at that point, I was like, well, as long as you saw the video and as long as you are now humbled, I'm good. I'm straight. Everything's gravy. I'm gonna upload this video and I'm gonna send it to her as well. Probably through my mom's Facebook. I don't even care. Sorry, mama. Just so she understands that you cannot use other people's experiences to try and make people who have done nothing wrong look bad. You know what I mean? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. But that's that. That's all I gotta say. Okay? Anyways, guys, make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. All that jazz is in the description box down below for your convenience. Also, make sure that you sign up for my members only membership. I post things that I can't post in the public there. And recently I've been saying some, okay, anyways, I didn't want too many people to see that. So I'm just gonna shut my ass up. I upload content over there that the general public can't see, and it's normally things that I don't necessarily want to share to the public. So if you're interested in seeing any of those, click the join join button beside the subscribe button on the bottom of this video on a desktop computer. Sometimes it might be on your phone, but if you don't see it on your phone, try it on a desktop computer or your iPad or something like that, and it should work. We have a secret Instagram. It's really fun, so definitely go and join that if you want to, and if you can't, that's completely fine. You will still get content from me on a regular basis. I am back. I will be uploading more frequently now. Took a little break for myself, and it was a great break, and Cameron was off this week, so we just spent a lot of time together, and it was just a very lovely, relaxing experience, and I think it was well needed. So yeah, I'm back to work though, and I'm happy to see you guys again, and I hope you're happy to see me. I love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice. Yeah, I see you on the flip side. I was talking way too much. Love you guys. Bye.